Yo, hello everyone. Welcome to a new live stream for NASDAQ and SPX. We're gonna see what's going on in this area and for the SPX as well. Welcome. Let me welcome you, Elliott Wave community. Gold for special request. Yeah, you're very welcome. Is coming after NASDAQ and SPX. Of course, coming the gold as usual. Adi Rami and hi, first time follow your live. You're welcome, man. Nice to see you. Welcome. We do live almost every day in the morning, and of course, we follow up with intradays and a daily close. Yep, Bilyak, hello, welcome, man. Felix, Hendro, also welcome. Hi, hi. All right, guys. So, what is going on in this area? We need to revise this whole part right now. Yeah, with this price action, we need to revise it. Why? Because I'm still looking at something corrective here, right? And when you are corrective and the trend is still to the upside, meaning you have still a potential for one more high, right? So the things, of course, are changing a little bit. Now we see, of course, some red. That's very normal. But I can see here something impulsive, which it can be something interesting where you see, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is your wave 1 or A because it is impulsive, and you potentially got a wave 2, and now another 1, and then wave 2 again, potentially 3, 4, and a 5. And what does it mean here? Now it doesn't matter anymore what's going on here. This is your wave A or this is your wave A. Now after this sideways correction, well, preferably W, X, and a Y. If W is here, zigzag, correction, another low. Yeah, it can be. I mean, it doesn't matter. At the end, the correction has ended here. But the difference is whether A is here or here. Yeah, now preferably it can be here. Now this can be an impulse internally, knowing that, okay, on the 1 hour chart it looks like 3 ways, but internally can be a 4 and a 5 because it looks like a great impulse here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? If this is your correction finished over there and you got an impulse, meaning your wave C is still expanding toward the upside. I want to see this blue box at least hit. I would like to see, of course, the price hitting this blue box anyway, because it would be much more like confident that we have hit the perfect target for a wave 5, you know. And therefore, of course, you finish a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 nicely. So with a nice wave 5. So basically, this is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to look from out of the box a little bit if we see different counting as well. Here we see intersection with wave 1, so it cannot be an impulse, although it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It becomes a little bit expanding. I'm just trying to figure it out, guys, if there are some alternatives as well. I think no. I think we have the best count so far. Yeah, this is the best count so far. The highest possibility. Of course, there might be a lot of possibilities. It can be, of course, A, B, C, but you did not reach the 1-to-1 fib level, so that is a good signal that we didn't yet. And potentially you got a wave 4 interfering with zone 1, meaning no impulse, meaning your wave 4 of a diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So yeah, basically I'm confident with this counting right now. Yeah. A, B, and a C is very potential. We are looking at 1, potentially wave 2 in WXY can be possible. Let's move 15 minutes and zoom in. So here you have kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it interfering? No. Yeah. But wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yes. It's a good impulse. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Yes. So this is your wave 3, 4, and a 5. This is a 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. Okay, so basically we are good in the micro as well. We're looking at a deep correction here. It might be, of course, a W, X, and a Y. Now we see something here. It can be in news. I don't know what happened here. I don't see any news on my trading view. I don't know if something happened. Let me know also in the chat box if you heard something right now, like 30 minutes ago. Because also my stop loss has been taken. I mean, in profit. I was over there, but I put stop loss here to get out with profit because of such situations, right? So always be precautious. So basically, yeah, I'm still looking for higher, guys. I'm still looking for higher for NASDAQ. I'm looking at an impulse. Wherever this correction is here, we're still looking for higher. Now, on the 15-minute chart, again, you have to be careful from only this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as an impulse, and then 1, 2, and then potentially moving down. So we have to be careful as well with this one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well. And this one looks like an impulse. So we have to be careful with it, unless it is A, B, and a C. Okay, it can be, of course, A, B, and a C. This is carrying me a little bit. I don't know what the news are or why we see some volatility here. Okay, if you have no idea as well. All right. So 1, potentially 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is what I'm looking for next price action. It can be, guys, it can be as well ending diagonal. Don't forget this. If you want to finish this wave 5, here we go. So it can be as well something like this. All right, here we go. And wave 2, somehow like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It can be a zigzag, and then moving somehow in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So I would like to see higher prices again. Let's check the MACD here to get some insights. Okay, I don't know why they don't show up directly. Here we go. It was already set. Okay, we have a bearish cross on the 15-minute chart. Not yet. It is turning over again. Here we go. So aligning with our counting here as 1, 2 potentially as W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y can be a zigzag here, and this impulse is a finished wave C or not yet. So we have to be careful. Okay, we see something here. It is a little bit scary because the momentum is shifting down, but you still over the higher part of the MACD. If we take the EMA, yeah, that's good. You're still over the EMA, so that's good as well. Potentially, I would like to see higher prices. On the 1-hour chart, momentum is slowing down for the selling. Bullish cross over the EMA and in the upper part, so meaning moving for high potential. Blue zone, guys. Blue zone is requested to be touched, yeah, to be interfering with the price for today. This is what I think. This is my prediction for today. I'm looking for this blue box, unless of course something horrible happened. Be careful from the news. These news are for today. No. All right, so basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 at least, or it can be impulsive. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and moving even for higher. Can be. All right. What you don't like to see is hitting the 1-to-1 fib level, this one at 21K. Why? Because the wave 5, if you hit this 1-to-1 fib level, the wave 5 becomes invalidated, invalidation of the diagonal. It's not allowed that your wave 5 to be longer than your wave 3, and this is taken from the wave 3 to the wave 4, and that means of course your wave 5 is not allowed to be longer than the wave 3. If this happened, it's not a bad signal that we're moving down potentially. It is also a potential booming toward the upside. Yeah, how it can be, of course, I don't see the problem and impulse here as 1, 2. So very low possibility, guys. Because if you break the 1-to-1 fib level and you move higher, this becomes a wave 3. But the problem is that you don't have an impulse for a wave 1 and then wave 2. You have a zigzag, which is diagonal characteristic. So therefore, you want to stay, of course, as highest possibility under the 21K 144. That was for NASDAQ today. Be careful, trade safe. Don't forget that we are at the top, very close to the top. Whatever is going to happen here, it might shift and move toward the downside in high possibility. Of course, it's a possibility, but it has a high probability here, okay, to move for the 0.38. Now, don't forget, the higher we go, the higher the target of wave 2 goes with it. Meaning, if we touch the 0.786, your next target for a wave 2 minimum target is 18K 800, for example. We're gonna readjust, of course. So far, we're gonna keep it at 0.618, which is half, okay? Which it might be 18K 600. All right, that was for NASDAQ. Let's move for SPX. For the SPX, okay, we move in red, directly in red. All right. SPX is very, very tricky, but basically we're moving higher. We're finishing this wave C as expected, but I'm gonna expect this. I'm gonna see what's going on here. So you have 1, 2 potentially. Oof, okay. Oh, potentially finished. Okay, be careful. 1, 2, 3. Wave 3, not the shortest. 4, no intersection or interfering with zone 1. 5, extended. Finished impulse. 1, 2, 3. Be careful. SPX might have finished the ABC, guys. Yeah, taking the high. So you finished officially. We finished a zigzag for a wave 5, officially for the SPX. Will the NASDAQ follow? And this was the volatility that we saw. Well, we're gonna see, guys. But the indicator shows that it's not ready, but the indicators can lag. Be careful. Let's see the indicator for the S&P. All right. Yeah, bearish cross on the 15-minute chart. Momentum increasing. Let me check. Okay. All right. Interesting that it can be 1, 2. And then 3, 4, and a 5 still. The same thing as NASDAQ. You don't want to see the 1-to-1 fib level in case you want to keep in a leading diagonal. You don't want to see the 5,900. And that means you still have a room and capacity for an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitting around 886. Now don't forget, this is an aggressive leading diagonal. Aggressive meaning your wave 5 might be long, but not longer than the wave 3, but it might test the 886, okay? 5,800. So whether we transform this to a 1, 2, the same as here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then we get the same almost here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we touch the 886, perfect zigzag, 1-to-1 fib level, finishing wave 5, finishing wave C, and that's it. We move for a wave 2. And I expect this. Why? Because, of course, we have an aggressive diagonal. You know it from the wave 4. It was very short. And despite, of course, the move toward the downside here impulsively, which it can be, of course, a very big zigzag for wave C extended, okay, it can move toward the upside around this 15-minute chart EMA 200 for a wave 2, which is obviously over the 886, and then start, of course, unfolding a wave 3 toward the upside. Very potential. On the 1-hour chart, okay, we are over, over the EMA and in the highest part of the MACD. Momentum is start to decrease, but it doesn't mean that you're moving down. You don't have a bearish cross yet. And okay, there is some divergence here, okay, for the bearish, but it can, of course, recover at this area. It can be recovered at this area and moving toward the upside as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, I'm still looking even for higher, despite the red that we are looking at SPX right now. Okay, I'm still looking a little bit for higher. Blue box is preferred to be hit. Very, very simple. Preferably to hit the blue box. Now, in general view, I'm not interested in the whole area. Okay, just to as risk management, I'm not interested in the whole area here because, you know, it can be very volatile. That's true. Very high, as I mentioned, because we have an aggressive leading diagonal. But yeah, and also it can move down at any time because this can be finished ABC. Okay, wave C can be short 0.618 rather than 1-to-1 fib level can be hit as well in 5 waves, which is finished. Yeah? Unless it's gonna transform these 5 waves impulsive to 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, and therefore the risk and probabilities are 50-50. Yeah, in this area, 50 to move down, 50 to move still higher. Now, in a general view, you want, of course, a wave 2 after all, right? So therefore, as risk management, you can make the math, right? All right, so this was for SPX and NDX. Let's move to the gold. Let's see what the gold is doing. All right, so the gold is showing some green candles, very normal. We are on the 1 hour chart. Okay, let's see. Sorry, here we go. All right, blue zone hit. All right, as expected yesterday. The blue zone has been hit, of course, in a wave, potentially A, B, and a C here. Finished impulse towards the downside. Let me check. Yes, very, very, not impulse actually. It's a ending a diagonal. Here we go. Cool. So very nice price action, very clear. Wave 2 finished, of course, lower. As expected in the blue zone. We were expecting, in case that we have a wave 4 here, be careful, you might still have it, like if you want to extend a wave 3 here. Basically, in general, I have this count high possibility here. So for the 4, 5 finished already here. Yeah. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there. But basically, it can be that your wave 4 not finished. Why? Because you did not took the invalidation yet. So invalidation preferably to be taken, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's obviously an ABC at the end corrective, and very obvious that you would like to see another 3 waves toward the upside. So what you're looking at right now is ABC, ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So I'm still looking for lower, but of course you're gonna have a rebound first. Yeah. Obviously, this is not an impulse. Why? Obviously, this cannot be an impulse because let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, wave 5 is short unless it stays short. Okay, so here is very micro. So you have potentially here a 1, 2, 3, and then you got a wave 4 as triangle, and you moved for a wave 5. Now the wave 5 is not allowed to be longer than the wave 3, okay, from this position. So it still can move higher, of course, but it is not allowed to be longer than wave 3. Why? Because wave 1 is longer already than wave 3, right? And wave 3 is not allowed to be the shortest between the 1 and the 5, okay? So basically, I would say this can be a finished impulse wave 5, or even a little bit longer, but it's not allowed, meaning you would like to see this 1-to-1 fib level not hit. So here is the key level, yeah, to watch. If the price action move and hit the 3,343, that means this wave 5 is longer than wave 3, meaning invalidation of the impulse. What does it mean? It means that you have to shift this very small 1, 2 3, 4, and a 5 as a finished impulse, A, B, C, D, and an E running triangle for a wave B, not allowed to be a wave 2, you are looking for a wave C, starting an impulse in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 once you break this 1-to-1 fib level. Okay? Meaning you are looking at an ABC zigzag, which is very understandable. 3 ways down, 3 ways up for a zigzag, continuation for lower. In a bigger A, B, and a C. Now, if you don't see the 1-to-1 fib level hit with a short wave 5, you have to consider this a wave 4 sideways, which is allowed in Elliott wave. And then you're looking for a wave 2, and then 3, 4, 5 for all-time high. Okay? Those are the possibilities. So the key level right now is the 3,343. If you hit it right now with one leg directly, you are bearish, knowing that you can see higher. But it is bearish after all. If you don't hit it right now, and you stay under it and you move for a retracement wave 2, you are bullish. Yeah, so you would like to see lower prices from here to be bullish. You would like to see higher prices breaking this to be bearish. Incredible, right? Welcome to Elliott wave. All right, so this is for the gold. And why we are looking for this lower price? Because on the all-time history, you are looking at the both scenarios, whether leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You are looking for a wave 4 in the yellow here, right? To finish a leading diagonal again, which is, of course, 3 waves toward the downside. Very deep target between the 1,850 and 1,260, which I doubt it a little bit. Higher possibility first, anyway, in rank. This is the first possibility in rank. So therefore, it is the highest right now, which is potentially A, B, and a C toward the upside. Your wave C is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4 hitting the blue box for a wave 4, minimum target 0.23, moving for a wave 5 in an impulse, all-time high 5,000K, 5K for the gold. Nice. So currently, I'm still looking for this correction towards the 2,500. This one, this white line. Okay, and therefore, if we are starting here in 3 ways down, and then sorry, we are on the 1-hour chart. Yes, so you have already, we have already 3 ways down here. Let me check. Okay, ABC. All right, so we have to be careful also, guys. I didn't check. I was checking on the 15-minute chart, but now I'm checking also on the 1-hour chart. We have ABC already 3 ways down and a potential impulse toward the upside, and then moving with leading diagonal. Okay. All right, let me remove this. Okay, now it's clearer. Okay, guys, higher potential that we're moving down still. Yeah, you opened a leading diagonal here after a correction. So basically, this looks like an impulse, but basically it is, of course, A, B, and a C. Why? Because of course we didn't took the invalidation yet, but this is a very, very low wave 4. Okay. And that means, of course, yeah, I mean, also the timing regarding the wave 2 here, that is huge, horrible, right? And that means, of course, you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After, of course, 3 ways down, 3 ways up, you're finishing a wave C towards the downside. Okay, so basically, what I'm saying here, okay, what I said in the micro level here is still valid, of course. But don't forget that if we move even higher, you're still in a 1-2 here. Okay, this 1-2 in the yellow, it has started to get very low possibility due to the time taken for the wave 4 based on the wave 2. Also, the invalidation was very close, and I believe it can be taken yet still. Therefore, low possibility for this 1, 2. Now, currently, you have higher possibility for this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal to finish, of course, to finish a wave C. Yeah, A. What is the B? So this is your A. This is your B here. Even I was expecting a higher wave B. Remember when we saw an impulse here potentially? If it continue, we can get a new all-time high with a wave B expanding flat. But I believe this is not possible right now after this leading diagonal. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And potentially you're looking for lower, guys. Unless, of course, you see what we talk about it here. Once you break the 1-to-1 fib level, this is an indication that you are in ABC for a 1, 2, by the way. Yeah. This is a scenario on the 15-minute chart that I just explained. If you start, of course, a wave 1, 2 here, and you see therefore 3, 4, and a 5, okay, is this scenario back? 1, 2, 3, 4, besides that the time is very long and very deep, wave 4. But is it back? All right, here is the question mark. So yeah, the still the 1-to-1 fib level is the key level on the 15-minute chart. Meaning if you take it directly, it is a confirmation we are in a wave 2 in a zigzag. Okay, if we don't take it and we move down a little bit and then retrace, you formed a 1, 2. Then comes the question mark. Are we in a new all-time high? Continuation of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is the question mark for the next analysis. All right. Yep. So that was the gold. For the gold, I'm still looking anyway in all case scenario for higher for a wave 2, and then moving toward the downside for 3, 4, and a 5. How much closer will it bring us to our target? So here we go. This is your target, 2,500. You're looking for ABC here. Potentially another 3 waves up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously that the gold is very, very corrective, guys, giving higher potential for the lowest target, which is on the daily. Well, for some of you this is not satisfying, I know, because you are very greedy, I would say, yeah, so you have to be careful. Yeah, so minimum target right now, we need minimum target 2,586. All right. So who is not satisfied with this target is a very greedy trader, and he might lose a lot in his life. Okay. So definitely you need this target to move for a wave 5 towards the 5K. Right. So this is what's going on with gold, guys. All right. Let's move for Nvidia. Okay, so let's see with Nvidia what's going on the 1 hour chart. Okay, Nvidia still moving for higher. We saw a pump yesterday, and that is expected after, of course, a triangle explosion. We are in 1, 2, and then 3, wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finish wave 3, perfect. And potentially you still have one more leg toward the upside, yes, because you have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, expanding flat. It's gonna test your nerves a little bit, and then moving one more leg toward the upside inside this blue box potentially. Why? Because you have, of course, here after a triangle, you have first 1, 2, 3. This is your wave for A, B, C, D, and a E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're still looking for higher. Okay, and this is 3 waves corrective, meaning, of course, it's gonna be deep correction and then moving for higher one more time again. That is for Nvidia. Interested? Well, not so much, yeah, because you are very close to the blue box. And then, of course, you might shift for a wave 4 here. Okay. After this and a wave 5. So we're gonna see, of course, with Nvidia, but interesting as well. If we take a look also at the MACD here, let me check the MACD. Which one is this one? All right, so yeah, be careful with it as well. On the 15-minute chart, we have bearish cross, open signals, and a very high momentum. Yeah, moving towards the downside. Be careful with it. Let me check as well. RSI also. Do we have divergence? Yes. Be careful. But still can recover after wave C. That's why the wave C is gonna be deep, and then of course moving for wave 5 after it. Okay, let's check on Tesla also the micros. Okay, the same almost. Opening in red. Let me check the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finished wave 3. A, B, and a C should be finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you are in wave 2. Basically, wave 4 finished for Tesla. You are in a potential finished impulse A, B, and a C for a wave 5. Okay, that looks fine. I think Tesla is recovering. Okay, is on the path for a wave 5 towards the upside, guys. All right. Despite the red, of course, we need the red because without a dump, there is no pump again, right? So basically, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished. You need the wave B right now, okay? You are in a wave B. Here we go. This is a 15-minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, and you are in a correction. You're moving toward the upside after it. Soon or later. Soon, it means like right now, 1 to 1 fib level, or a deeper wave C a little bit, hitting back the wave 4 as per Elliott wave guideline. Sometimes the wave 4 or the correction goes back to a wave 4 and then moving toward the upside again. All right, free minds. Thank you, man. Very informative video. You're very welcome, bro. Thank you, and I appreciate so much your kind words and support. Thank you, guys. All right, so do we have any other special request? No. All right, great. So back to trading, guys. I would love to go back to trading today. It looks like a little bit volatile. Okay, nice to see you guys. I wish you to have a nice trading day and trade safe always. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.